Sanbonani guys, welcome back to yet another video. And you guys, I want us to talk about a scene that happened on the latest episode of Married at First Sight. And this is when Usebenzile, Utabang, and Ukutso, remember they were invited by Utami. They were invited by Utami without their wives to celebrate his birthday. And they were talking about this whole conversation of Ilobola. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Is there something I'm missing? Did these gents come on Married at First Sight just to escape the process of Ilobola? Because really? So anyway, Ukutso firstly says, I'm entering this experiment. I didn't prepare to spend so much money for damages, for lobola, to pay for ivulam lomo, for everything. And he says it puts a lot of pressure on you. And if we've been quite honest, it can be discouraging. Now, when it comes to Kutso, guys, there's no way this is just far-fetched or that he's just speaking in general, because he is the one gent that met with his spouse's mother, and she was talking about damages. Remember when they met with Dee's mother? Dee's mother was basically saying, dude, because you guys decided to do things gamma back door, you are gonna have to pay for damages for what. So according to the conversation that they had, you can tell that it was quite that was Oshuba the day when they have to do amalobola. So then I'm like, if the latter is true when it comes to him saying that he didn't prepare to pay so much money for damages, is he saying, number one, that he's under a lot of pressure, and number two, that he's discouraged to go ahead and marry Uti traditionally just because of, all of that? And now it's starting to make me question a lot of things. Listen, guys, Uti is no innocent woman. But these latest episodes, at least these two latest episodes, especially the trailer for next week, I am starting to have I'm starting to get shady vibes from Ukutsa, you guys. I am starting to get shady vibes from Mukudze, and I'm just starting to feel like he's not all the innocent as we've been painting him to be, or as the show has been painting him to be, or the way how do I say? Sometimes, like when two people are in a relationship, because the one is such an extremist, which is Uti, she puts so much good light on Ukuso. But I just have this feeling, you guys, that I'm just starting to think he's not all there innocent. And I'm thinking to myself, yes, guys, there's a truth. This lobola conversation is something that people are, not shying away from having, which I'm glad about. But I personally feel, you guys, that when these guys came to the show, just because they were getting married in that type of unconventional way, it did not necessarily mean that they should not have at least possibly planned for the possibility of lobola. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, me and you might have an agreement, but you might not know what type of family that I'm coming from. So at least mentally, you should have prepared yourself for that type of thing. And it looks like Ukuzo, maybe he did, but maybe this is seeming too much. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's ways to work around when it comes to amalobola, you guys. It doesn't have to be discouraging. Sometimes we just do this just to honor our families, and not that it's a yoke upon us. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because some of us do have the option of just eloping, but we just do it to honor our family. So if you look at it in that way of just honoring families, I think maybe you start to feel about it in a different way. At the end of the day, that is your wife, though. That's kind of like your in-laws. And as I'm saying, there's ways to work around it. I personally believe, guys, when it comes to amalobola, just the way Sebenzile said, your wife does actually have a role to play in it, even though melanga jump ising high. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me come back a little to that as I quote what Usebenzile said, which I think I agree so much with him on what he said. So Sebenzile basically said that they have to give you time to prepare yourself, which is something I agree with, that they should at least give you time to prepare yourself. But I want to believe that if you are marrying into a family that knows how to think, they're not going to be giving you, like, I mean, when the guy's family is the one that gets to initiate the whole process, guys, and normally they are the ones who gets to set the date on when they are actually coming. So anyway, he says they need to give you time to prepare yourself. And he says it's not like you have a bag of money lying around at home. And I agree, guys, in this economy, no one has money, a bag of money just laying around. But these guys, all three of them, they seem like smart guys. They seem like people who, they're doing fairly well in their careers and in life. They probably have savings. So if you probably have savings and you are capable of saving lobola money. And then he goes on to say that it depends on your partner. She too needs to play her role in terms of letting a family know what you guys have decided on. She must basically tell them that you're together, but they must at least give you a year. Now, as I said, a lot that Usebenzile said, I agree with, because even in as much as they say a woman is not involved when it comes to lobola negotiations, actually she is involved, and I think this is why. And this is when the role of like having a mother comes into role, because normally when it comes to your mother as a woman is the one person who's going to feel for you, even your father. So you as the woman, you have a conversation with your mother or with your parents, and it's not like you're telling them like how much they should charge the guy, but you kind of let them in on the guy's financial status, in a sense of where he's at in life. I personally think Uguti Ilobola should be subjected to the person of where they are at in life. You're not going to charge, or families should not be charging the same amount of lobola for a security guy and a doctor. That's just unreasonable. And that is just asking for too much. Do you understand what I'm saying? Plus, families have different T's and C's, guys. Like, for instance, Amapedi. Amapedi, their lobola might be quite hefty, but that's because Amapedi, they believe that the bride side of the family is responsible for the wedding. So when the lobola comes out, that lobola money is going towards the wedding because it's their responsibility to host a wedding. Then other families, they say, listen, you're going to take out lobola and then the wedding's on you guys. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I feel like the wife, your partner, has a role to play in educating your family about where you guys are at in life and you guys' plans. Do you understand what I'm saying? Your family doesn't have to have the final say, or basically like badlalele makhanda enu. Like, I don't think that is true. But then again, guys, as I'm saying, families are different. You as the person who belongs in their family, you have the responsibility as the woman to educate your family. And number two, as the guy, you have the responsibility that though even if that family, guys, is not into amalobol, you have the responsibility to at least do things in the right type of way. And then Utabanyana, he just joked about it. He's like, I'll start it with the bride pack each and every month up until it's 1 year. Like, how many cows will that be? But like having that conversation, I'm just like, no, guys, I just came off as if the guys were just complaining about lobola things. And I'm just like, yes, you guys did things via this way, but mentally you guys should have prepared yourself for ilobola. So for instance, Usebenzile's type of situation, both Usebenzile and Ubuitepo's families are kind of very understanding. So they can put their foot down and say, listen, within a year we are going to come, and not that we are paying for, the daughter. We are just doing this for formality's sake. So I can trust Uguti that family is not gonna, be hefty upon Osebenzil. But when it comes to D's family, that's just it's kind of a different thing. But D has to, I don't know, work around it. But guys, You can't just think you're going to take someone else's daughter. They have a family and then just go and be happily ever after. I mean, Ukutso's situation is also kind of different because I mean, these people have kids. And when you have kids, guys, when it comes to money and savings, the first thing you're thinking about is towards them. So no one wants to go around paying like a whole lot of lobola money, whereas you're thinking you could have put that into your child's funds, education, or something like that. But at the end of the day, if you really love that woman, you guys, sometimes we just have to do what we've got to do for the sake of ubudlelwane, for the sake of just having a healthy, relationship in the future. Anyway, guys, tell me, what did you think about the conversation that these gents were having? Tell me also, what side do you fall under when it comes to lobola? Are you the type of person that says like, listen, I don't understand lobola, and quite frankly, I will not pay it, and I don't want my partner to pay it. I don't care what my family says. Or are you like me, like whether I am not for lobola, guys? Yeah, but for the sake of families, I suggest that it should be done, type of thing. Anyway, tell me what you think. Please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge. And I'll see you guys in the next one.